AFG Local 1040 members. This is Johnny Jones, your Local 1040 president, coming to you from Jaguar Studios in Fort Worth, Texas, to bring you this May the 15th weekend updates in regards to many things that we have going on. Number one, I would like to say, hope everybody had a good time this week as the local was out at the airports. We're going to continuously be out there every single week, talking to members, informing them about what's going on. For me, I should be at Love Field one day a week. I'll be at a small spoke airport one day a week, and I'll be at DFW at least 3 or 4 days a week. So it just depends on how things work out. But I want everybody to know, first and foremost, the union is watching these efforts to privatize airports, and we're taking them very seriously. First and foremost, next week on May the 20th, there will be a hearing in the Homeland Security Committee. The local is meeting with several congressional representatives that actually sit on the committee, and we're talking to them and asking questions about it. But more importantly to us at DFW in particular, two of the people that are testifying have direct connections to DFW. One is the American Airlines CEO, and two is the CEO of DFW Airport itself. Those guys testifying on Capitol Hill definitely would raise your eyebrows. You want to pay attention. So the local will be sending out the links for people to be able to observe this testimony at their own leisure. But also, I can assure you that the union will be there. So the AFG National President, Everett Kelly, will also be in attendance as one of the three people in regards to the 25th anniversary of the TSA and the modernization that they're trying to push forward. If you hear about the TSA Gold program, it is nothing but an effort to use private partnerships. So the local is endeavoring to begin its private screening committees so we can fight and combat this at our local, but also we're going to be helping out locals across the country because, as you're aware, not only do I serve as your local president, but also as your Council 100 Secretary Treasurer. And not only is Becky Mancha your Love Field Vice President, but she also serves as Region 4 Vice President for over the states of Texas, New Mexico, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. And so, in Louisiana. So we all are in this fight together, and it's going to take not just us and our local, but we're going to need to work and partner with other locals, and we're going to need to help them fight and combat privatization. As you're aware, the Cat 3 and 4 airports are definitely on the target list for those privatizations. Now, we are putting together our plans, and we've talked to some of the folks at the small airports, and over the next coming days, we're going to come to all the smaller airports and make sure that we're able to have one-on-one town hall discussions with those employees. But as you also need to take an observation, there are many risks in regards to privatization, and definitely there's money to be made. Remember, this is not about improving security, but an opportunity for a private contractor to take our jobs and to make a profit on it, because otherwise, why would they do it? They're not doing it because out of their kindness of their heart. They're not doing it because they want to pay you more, and they're definitely not doing it so you have better benefits and long-term protection. Just remember that somebody is going to be making money off of us if we were to be privatized. Next week, we plan on making some videos with those officers who worked at private airports or were there during the privatization of the airport, so you can get some firsthand accounts of privatization and what happens. But just to give you a sneak peek, yesterday we were talking with one of them, and he was like, well, they promised to pay us the same amount of money. And after they were done privatizing, 3 weeks later, they came back and said, this is what you're now going to receive, which was actually the same pay as a GS4 Step 1 officer, okay? Which is way less than most officers receive. But they were starting them out at D1 without the locality. So this is a bait and switch. And also, there's no pension fund for these guys. There's no FERS. You may have health insurance, but it's not as good as the stuff we have. We have to stop the privatization before it gets to our doorsteps. So I can assure you that the local, more specifically myself and a few others, are taken the lead on these things. I also want to congratulate Flo Olive for all the grievances that she's in the process of trying to mediate. Because if you all weren't aware, during the shutdown, we could not move along with processes. So her and Brandon Weaver and Chris Brown and Amelia Garcia at DFW and Becky Mancha and Blake at Love Field and all the spoke airports are busy cleaning up whatever grievances were kind of put on pause because of the shutdown. And as everybody is aware, we are fully funded until September 30th. And all indications are that neither party would want to have another round of these shutdowns. Now, what I am going to tell you is we're going to have an election coming up this year. And in the second week of November, or the first Tuesday of November, we need to make sure that we are out there voting and doing our civic duty to go out there and vote in these upcoming midterm elections, because these midterm elections are so vital, not only for what's going to happen to us today, but what's going to happen to us in the future. And I hope to see you on May the 20th at the next membership meeting in person. We'll also have a Zoom link, but because of the situation, but the congressional testimony going on, I don't know if we're going to be able to have both going at once. So we encourage you to please come in person. And if not, then we're also going to give a summary of what we discussed. But just try the best you can to get there. We're going to stay until 3 o'clock. So if you can't make it for the live part of the meeting, we'll definitely have one-on-one discussions with anybody who'd like to attend. Plus, we're also going to have Sarah from the Doctors Council there to help out with any of your workman's compensation questions. It's going to be a great time for us to get together before the FIFA and all the busy summer travel. So hope to see you out at the East Buffet in Irving. This is Johnny Jones, your AOG Local 1040 President and your Council 100 Secretary Treasurer, signing off from Jaguar Studios in Fort Worth, Texas. We'll see you in the field and have a great weekend.